Coach, here we are again. I mean, you're coming off of the conference championship and what was a great 2010 season. Does that give a little more excitement as you're out here on the first day?
I don't know if there's more excitement, AJ. It's always pretty exciting to go out for the first day. I think there's a real work ethic on this team, though. They've been anxious to come out and practice because even though we won the championship and it was great last year, there's still a feeling on this team that there's a lot more that can be accomplished.
What kind of things do you think that can be accomplished, maybe during the regular season and also through the playoffs?
Well, I think it's more geared toward the playoffs. I mean, that's really what we just got a taste of it last year. I think that was enough to get us excited about that, but the fact that we lost in that first round has just stuck in everybody's memory throughout all of our preseason, pre-spring workouts. There's no question our guys would like to try to go further this year.
Is it more of the excitement from the success or the disappointment of the last game that's really driving these kids?
You know, I think it's probably both. I mean, everybody's pumped up because we were successful, and they're excited that we won the league. And all of that's very positive in the program, but there's still that bad taste in our mouth from the way the season ended. It's really been tough to get rid of, and I don't think anything will help until we actually start playing again next fall.
How eager do you think these kids are to finally get out onto the fields, actually touch a football, not just lifting?
Yeah, it's this preseason, pre-spring period that we just went through is one of the toughest times of the year for a football player because it's all weightlifting and running and conditioning and drills without the footballs, without a chance to really run any plays. Now they finally get a chance to go play the game they really love.
How different is it going to be going into the spring without what was a great leadership group from last year's team and those great seniors, and what's it going to be like without them in this first practice?
That's one of my big focuses for this spring, is to try to see who the new leaders are going to be. I'm going to challenge the team in my first call-up today, right before period number 1, and tell them I'm looking for leaders. But it's not the first time I've told them that. We started that mantra way back in January in the preseason workouts and the January workouts. So I've got to find some seniors and juniors even on this team, maybe even an occasional sophomore that's going to be a leader.
Last year you had a lot of position battles at this time, quarterback, running back on the offensive side of the ball. This year, a lot of those jobs seem to be filled already. So what's the focus?
Well, the offensive side has a lot more settled than last spring. And they're more settled, I think, than the defensive side. We have some deals that we've got to figure out on defense with our secondary and our backups at linebacker. Defensive end position is a log jam. We've got to sort that out. And then there's some key spots on offense that we're looking for. Mike Person is a huge loss. Who's going to replace him? Julius Lloyd had a great season at receiver. We've got to find out who's going to replace him. So some certain individuals on offense that we have to look for.
What's the feeling coming out here right now? It's just what's going through your mind?
Well, I always love it. There's 2 great days of the year when everybody's undefeated, everybody's healthy, we're ready to go. That's the first day of spring and the first day in August, and they're 2 of the greatest days of the year.
You have any specific goals for the first few practices?
You know, the things I always talk about in the spring, one is personnel. You know, we have to replace those seniors that are gone. And the other one is scheme. You know, we've looked at all of our film from last year, and we've looked at a lot of ideas that other teams are doing. And we've got some ideas about what we want to change and what we want to do differently, and that's what spring is all about.
How about getting all the snow cleared off this field? How about it?
We just plow it and play. That's what we do. I mean, it's every time we have practice, it's scheduled. We're going to try to get it in. We have the greatest facility group in the world here with Sarge at the helm. He knows what he's got to do, what time he's got to start to get the snow off of there, and our guys just plan on practicing. I mean, we may have a cancellation, but generally speaking, we're going to go with it.